Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Hands in a Radio, where we take a conversational fireside chat. No pyrotechnics, no theatrics, no script. Certainly not Consumer Report. Look at inexpensive shortwave radios and other fun stuff. I hope it's all fun. I have fun with it. Today we're going to go back a couple years ago when the channel all started out. I just sat down at my kitchen table and videotaped the Tecsun R-818 and did an indoor video. Didn't even do a rating of it. People have asked since, well, what's your rating on it? And I honestly didn't know at the time. The reason I didn't do it is because if this was the first radio I owned and I was impressed with it, is it a 10? Is it a 1? I have nothing to compare it to. So now, a couple hundred videos into it, I got a pretty good feel of what's good and what's bad. I can tell a good piece of pizza from a bad piece of pizza now. Everybody knows the rules. Oh, that one went over the head of almost everybody. So I thought we'd come out here on a nice summer day and look at some of these indoor models that never got a chance outside and just see what happens. Already to give it away if you haven't been able to read. The Tecsun R-818 AM/FM shortwave radio, multi-band clock receiver. Oh golly, we got a clock. And yeah, let's just have some fun with this. Putting the emphasis on fun, I put the fun in dysfunctional. And if you can't handle that, now's your escape button while I open this box. Just get out. You probably need to look at a cat video or maybe a pizza review. That might suit you more. Why am I mentioning? I'm hungry. That's why I'm mentioning pizza so much. So here we go. I left the battery door off of it just so I can show the orientation of the batteries. Instruction sheet. I'm not going to bore everybody with another tear down, wring all the information I can out of this radio. You can go back 2 years and look at all the frequency range of this and that and something else. I'm not going to do all that today. I'm not going to repeat myself anyway. Batteries. You can see the orientation. The top battery, the positive is on the right, on the left. The bottom battery, the positive is on the right. I like doing that for people that might be visually impaired that have a hard time putting batteries in. Been asked that a lot too, nobody cares. Yes, they do, trust me. I care when I can't see how to put batteries in. I care. So, with that said, here we go. It's basically the same thing as the Tecsun R-808. Only we've got a digital frequency counter. We've also got an alarm clock built into this. Of course, an alarm. It's just a better quality feel to it. We've got over here on the side, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little like orange plastic tab that slides over and shows you exactly where you're at. FM at the top, medium wave, short wave all the way down. And just overall, kind of nice. And I apologize if my voice gets scrackly in the middle of this. Scrackly is a highly technical term. Highly technical term. For, I don't know, maybe it's allergies, maybe it's Ebola or the plague. I don't have a clue. But I hope it's quick and painless. That's all I hope for. Anyway, we're going to start out at FM. Just listen. I wonder if 88.7 will come in on this. If I can get it there, we'll just roll on. Not really. I don't expect it to. Okay, we're at the bottom of the... Try to find speech. 93.1 should be booming in a little better than that.
National news brought to you by the Jackson County Recycling District. Local acts sprouting global impacts. Recycling in Jackson.
I won't go full volume, but it's got a loud volume to it. There's Indianapolis. Doesn't seem to have the best FM reception on earth. That's local stuff. .1, that's a local FM station, huh? I'm just curious. I'm curious. Now you can hear it better now. I wonder if I step away from the microphone and I hook up our antenna, our sloper antenna, if that'll help. I don't think it will. Just enhances the noise. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? That should just be booming in, and it's not. Huh. Yeah. That's a local station. 107.3 is local. Okay. Huh. FM's not all that great. Well, let's go back to AM and start over. 700 probably be my first choice. Absolutely nothing. Of course, very, very hard to tune. There's WLW, but you'd be hard pressed to know what it is. Quickly go through it. This is a disappointer, that's for sure. There's our AM local station. That should just be overloaded and blowing down the house. There's Indianapolis.
The most talented player in the draft. Robert Williams is 6. I've watched him play. They draft him.
Huh. Let's look at 1390. Yeah, kind of. I can hear it, and that's about it. Huh. AM and FM. Serious suckage, actually. Okay, so let's cheat. Let's break out the set antenna. Our little sloper antenna. 23 foot of wire that'll blow it up, hopefully. It's not going so good for the 818. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Now we're in shortwave 1. Where's it all start? It starts at 5.86. Probably won't hear anything. Oh, this is noon, I suppose. South Central Indiana. You're probably not going to hear a lot above. Won't hear a lot below 10 megahertz. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Might be a station out of Canada, I believe. I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll just go backwards through everything. Of course, now you're in the amateur radio stuff, which we won't be able, since this doesn't have single sideband, and don't, guys, gals, whoever, don't expect single sideband on a radio that's $19.99. Come on. People get so upset that, oh, it doesn't have single sideband and doesn't have CW, and what do you expect? What kind of logic is that to even expect single sideband in a $20 radio? Now, come on. If you find it, send me a link. But I guarantee you, you're not going to find it. Here's our something, probably CHU out of Canada maybe. Be 9395. Of course, you notice it's only 9.39. You got to guess at the 5 end of it. So it's not very good to even try to identify stations with the digital. See if I can get to 10 megahertz. Should be loud. I know from another radio that I did just a few minutes ago, it was booming in. Yeah, this is a disappointment. This is a disappointment. Yeah, we'll quickly scroll through. I guess it'll do good on strong stations. You know, I remember from 2 years back, of course I didn't rate things back then, but I remember 2 years back I had thought the 818 was a better radio than the 808, which is all analog dial, everything. And boy, my opinion is rapidly changing. See if we can get 15. There's 15. Okay, and that's a good signal. But 10 should have been that too. Of course, you're going to hear bleed through with that long antenna on there. You're going to hear bleed through. God, I'm hearing it doesn't pull in the AM local station very well, but then you hear it throughout all the shortwave stuff. Okay. And we're at the bottom there. Gosh. Jeez, I am really torn. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10, and I shouldn't even do that. I like the Tecsun brand. Of course, the 818 and 808 are older models. You can still find them on eBay. This was $19.99. There again, under that $20 mark. 3 out of 10. I think that's being way too generous. I think I'm in way too good of a mood. I think it ought to be less. But that's the first thing that struck out in my mind. And there again, my logic being 0 being the absolute worst QFX model you can review, 10 being the absolute best that we've not seen yet, 5, it does what it's supposed to do. This does not do what it's supposed to do. So it's less than a 5. And the 808 was a 4.5 out of 10. So this is not a 4.5. And my goodness. I'm going to go 3 out of 10. I'm going to stick with it. I think I'm being generous. It probably should be worse than that. I would say don't waste your money on this one. There are other, and I get it, you don't have to tell me. There are a lot better radios than this. And that's why I waste money so you don't have to. You know, I think people lose sight of that or something and think I'm trying to sell them radios. No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. And, but, you know, people will say, I wasted my money. Why'd I buy this? Well, duh. It's so I can help you not waste money. So, anyway. I'll quit on that. I'm not happy with this at all. I swear I would have thought it'd been differently. I thought the 808 was not as good, and it actually outperformed this by quite a bit. So, hey, with that's all I got. Hopefully, it has inspired you to pick up a better radio and just find out what's out there in the world. And if nothing else, hope you just enjoy your day and have some fun. Try to have fun. We'll see you at the next review.